Let me click on refresh. It is taking time. Okay, so if you see here, what is the field list I've chosen? I have chosen last modified. Okay, that means what is the data set I'm pointing to? I'm pointing to my input container. Okay, so when was this particular folder last modified? That related information you will be getting. So let me click on the output here. If you see here, this folder was last modified on December 31st at this time. This is nothing but your UTC timings. Okay, basically our Azure Data Factory will follow UTC timings, so that is why this is in our UTC timings. Whereas the folder which I have created, this is in normal IST timings. Okay, so that folder was last modified on this particular date and time. So not only those, we have different kinds of, let me just show you that. We have different kinds of arguments. So based on your requirement, you can just choose anything. Item name is nothing but your file name. Item type will be your file type. So you can just, once you have access to this portal, just try it out with different kinds of options. Okay, and just observe the output. All right. Is it clear? Is this get metadata activity clear for you?
Yes, ma'am. Can we use another argument like exists?
Yeah. Exists will basically return true or false. Okay, so let me just, so if you see here, what is the item name? I've told you, right? Name is nothing but it will return the name. So in what am I pointing to here in my data set? I'm pointing to my input container. That is nothing but a folder or a directory, right? So I have specified this item name, so it is basically returning me that particular name of the directory. So let me just choose exist, you asked, right?
These these are something like this is only to verify what's happened in the thing, right? For example, when it is modified
So
previously.
So actually, this is a very important activity actually. So if you want to know, if you want to copy the files which are present inside a particular container, right? You can make use of this child item. So initially you will have to use this get metadata activity and you will have to point to that particular folder. Okay. So there you will have to make use of this child items. So using this child items, what you will be getting? You will be getting a list of files which are present in a folder. So after that, the subsequent activity which you're supposed to use is a copy activity. Okay, so one after the other you'll have to make use of it. Do not worry, I'll tell you everything in the future sessions. For now, just try to understand what this particular activity is doing.
Okay, fine, thank you.
So just if you have access, right, you just try with each and every argument which is present. Just try it out. So now I have pointed to a particular folder. You also try pointing to a file and then check what all are the arguments present, and based on that, just try to check one after the other and see the output. Okay. So if you see here, it is returning me true. That means I'm pointing to a folder and that is basically returning me true. That means if there are any files present, right, it will basically return me true. All right. So just try to change your, go here, right? So you have your data set, just go here, open here, and then just try to browse, just point to some other not directly, some other file you just point to and see what all are the options you are getting inside your arguments. Okay, so based on that, you just try to go through each and every item, each and every property which you have here, right? Just go through that and see what result you're actually getting. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, so that is about our get metadata. So wait, we
Some
have
error
got
record
rest.
right, ma'am. What was that error while you are publishing the changes?
That was, it was saying something like, what happened? So if I want to make use of this particular thing, right? If I want to copy, Okay, okay. This is for the copy activity, not for this. Because if you remember, I am using the same data set which I have used inside my copy data activity, right?
Yeah.
So I have tried to change it. Here previously I had emp.csv file. So I have tried to change that. That means I am trying to edit that pipeline also. Okay, so it is better always to create new data sets. Since I'm trying to tell you for POC purposes only, for understanding purpose, right? So if I
Okay.
do not publish also not an issue, but if you are trying to use the same data set which is already been used in another pipeline, so if you change this it will be changed there also. So if you want to copy, it is just throwing some error, like you'll have to specify the file name, only then it will understand to copy it, or else at least you'll have to give the wildcard.
So
Okay,
we have to create a data set for every pipeline. So then only we won't get any this kind of errors, right?
so if you want you can also change it, not an issue, but I don't want to change it, that's why. Okay, so if I want to publish this one, right, so here it is telling me the wildcard file name is required. So actually I'll have to specify the file name here. If I give the file name, right, I will not get any particular errors, I can directly publish it. Okay,
Okay.
because I'm
So
trying to change the pipeline, this pipeline, right? So this pipeline I've already published. What am I doing after that? I'm just trying to edit in this pipeline. I have used blob, ds underscore blob dataset I have used, and I'm trying to edit that. Okay, so since this is related to some copy from my blob storage to data lake storage, if this has to be executed, then I'll have to give a file, right? I'll have to either give a file or else I'll have to give some wildcard path. Since I'm not giving anything, that is why it is getting me the, it is throwing that particular